Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we've got some positive updates to discuss because Kick has got a big platform update that they just worked on. One of these changes is already there. Channel points. That's right. Remember when I used to have channel points back on Twitch? Well, Kick has them. Let's talk about that and how it'll be implemented. Also, today, we have to seriously discuss what you guys would like for upcoming goal rewards since you shot down my idea yesterday. And we should continue the discussion of what to do when we hit 50 goals because that'll be our next big marathon. Plus, some updates on the games and everything else. It's going to be a laid back, chill atmosphere. Everything will be fun on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo!
All righty. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 Podcast for Wednesday, the 16th of April, 2025. It's another hot one. We got full sun outside, so I've got the fans blasting on max. I've got my window open, but the curtains closed. Going to try to get through today and tomorrow, and then it's supposed to cool down again this weekend. So after that, you'll probably see me back into more long sleeve attire. I guess we'll see. You know, maybe this is a sign that I should just keep wearing spring and summer attire. I don't know. I mean, I could. I have more than enough. Guess we'll have to talk about it, figure it out for when I come back on Sunday, 'cause it's supposed to be much cooler and rainy then. Anyway, welcome to the show. Today we've got some big, nice, positive things to talk about. I'm always happy when we come on here and there's so much good, positive, good stuff to discuss. Today, we've got massive improvements to Kick. If you're watching on Kick, you probably will already have noticed some cool improvements. And I want to talk about them because I've already implemented them on the channel. And I want you to understand how it's going to work. Also today, the possibility of finishing not one, but 2 games, which would be outstanding. If we could finish 2 games today and then move on to new stuff next week, obviously that would work out really well. Being that some of these playthroughs that we've been doing have been ongoing for like 2 months and people are like, hey, where's the new stuff? Well, there you have it. Now we can finally have some. We'll have room in the schedule. So I'm excited for today. Hope you guys are too. How's everyone doing? What's up? NJZ says, nice shirt. Thank you. Yes, you had another new shirt today to my rotation of summertime attire. I also have new shorts on again today. Howie, how are you? He says, I'm loving the shirt. What's going on? Piper is complimenting me on the shirt. Well, everyone likes the shirt. How you like flamingos? What's going on over on Kick? Yavana loves the shirt. Eddie likes the shirt. Cool. Everyone has complimented me on the shirt. That's rare. Almost never do I get compliments. So that's nice. Thank you guys. Excellent. All right. So shall we get right to it? Perhaps we will. Let's get right to it. So folks, Kick is massively improving stuff. Like, no exaggeration, this week they've updated a bunch. First of all, last week there was a whole bunch of issues because they updated the app. And I think people didn't realize the reason they updated the app is because they had new things in the pipeline that they were pushing and they needed to do a full update to get them implemented. So luckily, it seems like the issues we were having last week streaming on Kick are fixed. It's not affecting stuff anymore. There was a couple days there where chat kept freezing. We were having issues, but now it seems like it's working. All right. So what is the new improvement on Kick that they just launched? It is channel points. All right. What are channel points and how do they work? Well, the way it works is for every 5 minutes that you watch me on Kick, okay, which is DSPGaming Real is my channel on Kick, FYI. You earn yourself 10 channel points, okay? Well, what are channel points for? Well, initially, they're not going to be for much because they haven't really implemented them. Just so everyone knows, like, they used to have, well, they do have channel points on Twitch. And on Twitch, there's like a giant menu of stuff you can do with channel points. Notably, one of the things is you can earn temporary unlocks of emotes that you don't have. Maybe you're not subbed, so you can't get access to a certain emote. Well, you can temporarily get access to that emote, stuff like that. I believe you could like specially color your name or text or stuff like that. Since they just launched the channel points on Kick, it's incredibly limited what you can do. The only thing that you can do through Kick itself is to do a highlighted color message. So what does that mean? For every 200 channel points that you save up on Kick, you can do a highlighted message that will show up as a highlighted text line in chat as a certain color. I have 4 colors available: red, blue, green, and orange. Okay. So that's cool, but admittedly, it's not that big of a deal, right? The message is just a normal message. It doesn't get pinned. It just kind of moves fast, just like everyone else's messages. But it does highlight in a special color, and it stands out. You know, right now, if you give the sub on Kick, that stands out in chat. Well, if you use your channel points, that'll also stand out in chat. And that's really it right now. They don't have anything else. I would hope that eventually they will have maybe a special badge that I could give you guys, or maybe a special emo I can give you guys. But right now, they haven't implemented anything like that. So I did as much as I could with the very basic stuff that's available. As more gets unlocked and becomes available, I will do it for you. Okay. So there you go. That's all we can really do right now. Now, long term, we could try to think of more stuff. All right. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I would love to hear what you think about channel points, how they can be implemented. Because the thing is, channel points obviously can be used for things other than just stuff in chat, right? Like, for example, I'm sure certain streamers will be like, oh, well, if you redeem a certain amount of channel points, I'll do something for you on stream. Maybe I'll give you a special shout out, or, you know, I do a dance or something. Who knows, right? I could definitely see that happening. But I guess we'll have to see how things go moving forward. All right. I don't know how fast people will accumulate these points. Right now, they gave me 1 million points. I'm serious. I have 1 million points to use. In fact, would you guys like to see a demo? I'm going to do a demo highlighted message right now. I'm going to do one in green. Okay. So if you're in my Kick chat right now, you're about to see an example. This is what it looks like. See that? So it shows your name in the color, and then it says you redeemed, and then you get your message highlighted, and it stands out in chat. There you go. That's what it looks like. I hope that eventually they upgrade that and it looks better. Right now it looks okay, but I would like the entire thing to stand out as the color, and it doesn't. It's just like text, and it like has like a border. But I wish that it was more than that. But anyway, yeah, they gave me 1 million points, so I can have unlimited highlighted messages if I want. Oh, big deal, right? But maybe eventually we could think of something else, right? We could think of something good. Like if you save up a ton of points and you redeem them, you get something that's like a reaction from me or whatever. I don't know. We'll have to think about it, right? We'll have to think about it. Maybe if you do like, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of points, I'm guaranteed to answer your question no matter what it is. But then again, people might be upset with the answer. Who knows? We'll have to figure it out, right? We'll talk about this. Brand new. It just got implemented. All right. And let's see how it works. Already, I'm earning points. Basically, like I said, every 5 minutes you watch, you earn 10 points. So if you do the math, every 2 hours, you would earn what? Why can't I do the math? I'm being stupid. Like 240 points, something like that. Yeah. So you basically, you could get a highlighted message like every stream if you want. That's good, right? To get a highlighted message every single stream. So there you go. Let's see how it goes, to see how quickly people earn these points and how it goes. I would hope that Kick will add more. I don't just want it to be highlighted messages or silly little things. Like, I would like to give you guys exclusive stuff. Like, maybe we could have a channel points section of emotes, badges, and specialty stuff just for you guys. But right now, they haven't implemented that. I would hope that they will long term. All right. But hey, this is better than nothing. Remember, we used to have penne points over on Twitch. Now we have King's Favor. That's what I'm calling it. King's Favor. You earn King's Favor by watching the channel. And then you can get highlights and, you know, stuff like that as a reward for earning the King's Favor. There you go. Well, I know you like Penne Points, but it's too old. Penne Points is such an old meme, and we don't even use that meme anymore, so that's stupid. Kickapoo, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, so in addition to that, FYI, there's already news and people are talking about it, so I might as well address it. As of yesterday, Kick completely changed the way that their partner program works. What do I mean by that? Well, up to now, if you wanted to become a Kick partner, what that meant was that you need to hit certain criteria of how many viewers you have on each stream, how many overall viewers you have in a month, how many followers you have in a month, how many paid subs you have in a month, how much you stream in a month, all of that. And if you hit those criteria, you could apply for full-time Kick partner. And if you got it, what would happen is when you stream, you get paid an hourly rate to stream on Kick. Now, to be clear, I have no idea what the hourly rate is because I didn't apply for it, because there was always this big catch to it, okay? The catch was as follows. If you became a full-time partner on Kick, you couldn't stream anywhere else. You were not allowed to co-stream. So that means I would have to only stream on Kick and not stream on YouTube. And then that would be just stupid. My YouTube audience is much bigger than my Kick audience. I mean, can I give you an example? So the podcast just started and we don't have that many viewers yet, but we have 174 viewers on YouTube right now. And we currently have 84 viewers on Kick. So we have more than double the viewership on YouTube right now than I have on Kick. Do you see? So, and that's pretty standard. Like usually we have 2 times, sometimes even 3 times the number of viewers on YouTube that we have on Kick. I earn ad revenue for streaming on YouTube. You see? So I would not want to abandon YouTube streaming. Also, particularly, I can stream at 1440p on YouTube. Well, I can only stream at 1080p quality on Kick. They have a limitation on Kick, you see? So because of that, I wouldn't want to only stream on Kick. My audience is primarily on YouTube. I understand that. And I don't want to just jump ship because it means I can make some extra money a month. And I don't even know how much it would be. All right. So why am I bringing this up today? Well, there was a big update on Kick overnight. Basically, now they've changed the criteria. Now you can be a partner on Kick, stream on Kick, you get paid to stream on Kick, and you can still co-stream to other sites. They've completely changed the criteria. Now, the difference is you get paid less. But considering the fact that I'm not getting paid at all to stream on Kick because there's no ad revenue to go around, right? Anything is better than nothing. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to get approved or not. According to their criteria, I do qualify, but it doesn't mean I'm going to get it. They selectively choose who they decide is in their partner program. And it might be that I'm just not big enough. And I'll be honest with you guys, if they turn me down, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to change anything from what I'm doing now anyway. I'm going to continue to co-stream. You know, I'm just going to keep doing what I do. Maybe if I continue to keep building my viewership on Kick, it'll be more likely that they'll approve it. But I'll be honest, I'm not feeling so good about it because I barely qualify. I'm like this close to, I'm like qualifying. I am qualifying, but I'm like this, I'm like the edge of it. So I wouldn't be shocked if they say no. And if they say no, it's not a big deal. In truth, I don't think it affects anything. Like, I don't think it would change the quality of streams. I don't think anything. The only thing is I have to enable this setting that says you're co-streaming, because then they know that I'm co-streaming and I make this certain rate or whatever for streaming. But again, I don't know what the rate is. I did ask them that. I applied and I said, hey, you know, just so you know, the reason I'm doing this is because you changed your criteria. I am going to co-stream on YouTube. So I'm curious what they're going to say if I do get, you know, if I do get approved or not. I don't know. So anyway, let's see what happens. Hey, if I get approved, that's amazing. It's literally just some extra income for doing what I'm already doing. And here's the truth too. The last few months, things have been slow in regards to overall viewership. But why is that? Because there's nothing going on in the realm of gaming. When I do have something special going on, like, oh, there's a special show with a guest or whatever, you notice my viewership has been sky high. But outside of that, gaming has been very dead this year. The few games that have been the biggest, most successful games like Monster Hunter Wilds or Split, what's the other one? Not Split Decision. The one that's the co-op game, right? I didn't play them. They're not my style. They're not games that I'm going to be playing. So because of that, I'm doing what I can, but playing Suikoden HD Remaster, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and Atomfall is probably not going to bring in big views. You know what I'm saying? But later this year, when we start actually getting more high-profile games, that could change. So let's see how the year goes. And, that's excellent. If I do end up getting more viewership or whatever, then maybe this wouldn't even be an issue and I will just qualify for the partnership. I don't know. But let's see what happens. Okay? Let's see what happens. So, two very positive things, right? So, number one, we've got channel points for Kick viewers, which you could start earning immediately and you can redeem for a highlighted message, and the possibility that I may become a partner on Kick, but I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, if it doesn't happen, I'm not disappointed or sad or angry. I'm doing good right now. Like, no lie, I'm doing good. Already this month on Kick, things are great with the amount of gifted subs and things I've been getting. I'm not upset with my Kick performance at all. I'd be stupid to be. Okay? All right, good stuff. Now, let's talk about the other side of the equation here. Let's talk about what we're already doing, the goals that we're hitting, the success that I'm having, because we need to figure out what we're going to do as rewards for you guys supporting me so much. Okay? Cool. So if you don't know, I have now had 12 straight streams of hitting all of my goals. 12. That's stupendous. Thank you guys so much. Okay? By the way, Tangy Flavor is our first person to redeem channel points on Kick, and they said, I saw your birth chart. It adds up. You act like a Mars in Libra really bad. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. But thanks for using the highlighted message and watching the content. There you go, Tangy Flavor. Okay, so 12 straight streams of hitting my support goals. Thank you so much for that. Let's keep that momentum going today. First stream today is Atomfall Endgame. And what I mean by that is we are at the end of the robotics wing quest / plot line. I don't know what's at the end of it, but we're about to find out. Then we have a choice. We can either go investigate the medical wing, which we've ignored and haven't done anything in yet, or we can just go straight to the central processing unit and turn it on, and I believe that lets you get to Oberon, and I think Oberon is the end of the game. So let's see how it goes today. I literally don't know what I want to do. I'm sure some of you will know better than me if there's meaningful stuff to do or not left in the game. I'm not doing all the side questing. The game has an insane amount of side quests, and I'm just not going to do most of them because at this point, people are already saying, hey, when are you going to finish Atomfall and do other games? So there we go. We're kind of in that stage where I want to wrap it up with Atomfall, okay? So that's today's main stream. I'm hoping to make great progress and hopefully even get towards, or if not, beat the game. No guarantee we'll beat it today, and that's okay if we don't. I definitely could do it again next week and try to wrap it up then. But let's see how today goes. I'm excited to see where the game takes us, okay? Tonight on the late stream, it is the absolute guaranteed conclusion of Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. We are in the final segment, which takes about another hour because of the amount of cutscenes and everything. We're going to finally see the conclusion of that game tonight. Finally, after 2 months and 40 hours of gameplay, we're going to wrap it up. And then we're probably going to beat that early. Like, probably that's going to be only within an hour. So we're going to have extra time. So I'll stick around and hang out with you guys. And we'll do like an extra hour of chill with Phil, where we just kind of, shoot the shit and have a good hangout session. Okay? So that's tonight's stream. Tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. That's right. This is a shorter week for me. Because remember what I told you guys, I'm going to have some extra time with my wife this weekend. Last week was our wedding anniversary and we didn't get to do anything for it. We were busy. So now we're actually going to do some stuff tomorrow, or not, excuse me, this weekend, over the weekend. We have stuff planned that we're going to be doing together. So that's going to be fun. So anyway, because of that, I'm not here Friday or Saturday. So tomorrow will be my final streaming day of the week. Now, here's the deal. Tomorrow's daytime stream will either be more blueprints or more Minecraft. Okay? It could be either. Now, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure at all. All right. Should I do more blueprints tomorrow or should I do Minecraft? Both playthroughs have been very fun. Both playthroughs so far are chill times with the viewers. You know, with blueprints, there's so many puzzles and things to solve, and we're having great interactions and engagement, talking with each other, trying to figure them out. And we're getting further and further into uh the game, and it's getting better, right? I feel like every time that we're doing a run now, I think we did 5 days. We're gonna start day 6 next time we play, I think. Or maybe it's day 7 next time. I'm not sure. Um, they've been great. We're unlocking more new rooms, okay, and more good stuff. Okay. So I'm really enjoying that. On the flip side of that, Minecraft, in 4 hours, I've done stuff in Minecraft that took me like dozens of hours the first run. We've already found diamond. You know, the best element, the one you want to make everything out of. Yeah, we already found it, which is crazy to think of. So it's like, gee, what should I do? You know, what order? Let me put it this way. For me, I think, by the way, I just got a tremendous amount of support on Kick, and I'm going to shout that out in a second. Thank you to Jim. That is amazing of you. So I'll shout that out in a sec. I think we should do blueprints tomorrow, and I think we should do Minecraft on Sunday, and here's why. Blueprints we played, what was it? Monday. So this way, we'll be playing it kind of in order, and then since we do blueprints tomorrow, we'll do Minecraft on Sunday. Also, for variety purposes, if we need another stream of Atomfall to complete the game, we could do that Monday. And then it's real variety. We're not doubling up on anything. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. I think maybe tomorrow we'll do more blueprints. And then tomorrow night on the late stream, it is the return of Smart Guys. That's right. Smart Guys we have not done in a very long time because last week my special guest host couldn't make it due to an emergency. Well, they will be here on Thursday night for Smart Guys. And the way we're doing Smart Guys this week is very different. This is not going to be a show where we're going through step-by-step recaps of Raw and SmackDown. Instead, what we're going to do is go through the actual WrestleMania card. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to go through each match and talk about the plot line and the build-up and how these matches have come to be. And talk about, do we like it? Do we not like it? Do we think the match will be good? Who do we think is going to win the match? Etc. All right? I think that would actually be a much better Smart Guys than us doing this, the blow-by-blows of the last couple of weeks of shows. So that's going to be fun. And, of course, my third and final special guest host will be revealed. I have kept it a complete secret, and no one has guessed it. I think it's going to be an actually really great episode. I think it's actually going to get people talking. It's going to be very hype. Let's put it that way. But no one knows who it is yet. You're going to find out tomorrow night. Okay? So good stuff. Then I'm off Friday and Saturday. When I come back on Sunday, like I said, it'll probably be Minecraft and more Disco Elysium. And then on Monday, the 21st, for my daytime stream, I'm going to be doing an abridged podcast so that I can do my WrestleMania Super Show. What this will be is me giving the blow-by-blow about what happened during WrestleMania, okay? And I'm going to have some special guests. I've already confirmed one. I'm going to try to get 2 more. I'm going to try to get all the hosts back for segments on this show to give their opinions on what was the best and the worst of WrestleMania. Plus, obviously, I'm going to be doing a big show of me doing everything together. So, good stuff. What do you mean the Minecraft is falling over? Nothing's falling over. Everything's good. Anyway, so that's the deal. That's what's coming up for the next week. I hope that sounds good to everyone. So before we get to talking about goals, because we got to talk about what we want for our next goal reward, it's time for shout outs. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Chaco just gifted 25 subs on Kick, which is why this is going absolutely crazy right now. So if you do the math, 25 subs is $125 of support from Jim already. Thank you so much, Jim. That is amazing. Let's get Jim on the leaderboard. Boom, we go from 0 to 125 just like that. We are already very close to hitting our goal for this stream. Thank you so much, Jim. Now, Jim, FYI, that earns you the VIP badge on Kick. I don't know if you even knew that, but you've earned yourself a VIP badge. If you want to tell me, would you like the badge yourself or would you like to gift it to someone? You let me know. I would be more than happy to do either. It's your prerogative. So please tag me in chat. I'll actually type in chat so you can tag me easily. Tag me in chat and let me know, would you like the VIP badge or should I give it to somebody else? Okay? Cool. Thank you so much. Gift it to someone. He wants me to just gift it to someone. Oh, wow. All right. How about this? Now, this is going to be fun. The first person to use their channel points to redeem and do a special message in chat right now, I will give the VIP badge to. So whoever already has earned 200 channel points, redeem them right now, and I will give you the VIP badge in Kick Chat. It goes to Quanaminthi. Quanaminthi. All right, hold on. I got to get your name here. All right, I'm going to give you the badge. They earned it. Wow, that was fast. They were quick to the punch there. All right, so we go to roles, we go to VIP. Here it is, and this is OUANAMINTHE. There it is. Congrats to Owanaminth or Owanaminthi, however you pronounce your name. You just became a VIP, and thank you so very, very much to Jim for 25 freaking gifted subs. And sadly, the SJB was just a little bit too slow. The SJB just tried to do it, but they were slow to the draw. They ended up being the second person to do it, so they did not get it. But nice try, SJB. All right. So already we got some use out of channel points. We may do it like that from now on. Okay? No, Tangy was before. Tangy did his mission way before. What are you talking about? Stop that right now. Tangy did a message way before that. Okay. You guys are trying. You guys are lying. I looked. Tangy did his message way earlier in the stream before I even said that. So nice try. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. You're welcome, Owanaminth. Is it Owanaminth? There you go. Okay. So let's continue on. I have some tips to shout out here. Let's see what we've got. Beaver Bother did a $1.50 tip, and he says, will you do the chicken jockey meal at Chick-fil-A? I don't think there is one. I think you guys have been memeing or something, because someone said something about a chicken lava sandwich, and that doesn't exist. And now you're talking about a chicken jockey meal. I don't think that exists either. Let me check some stuff here. Yep, doesn't exist. Nope, doesn't exist. Okay. Oh, apparently there's a song in the Minecraft movie about lava chicken. Oh, okay. That's what it is. So it is. It's a meme from the movie that I don't understand because I didn't see the movie. Okay. All right. Continuing on. I got $1.02 tip. A troll. Ignore them. A $2 tip. Someone wants me to say a phrase with a specific name in it, but I don't want to say it because I don't know who the person is, and it might be insulting or it might be something toxic, and I'm not going to do it. No, I don't just want to say stuff out loud and then end up like insulting someone. This isn't the freaking where you can buy that. What's that place where you buy a video from someone? I forget what it's called. But no, we're not doing that. And then I got a $2.22 tip from a big throbbing, you know what? Do you like any sports? If I were to choose a sport to follow and watch, it would be American football, the NFL. But to be quite honest, I just don't have time. It's very time consuming to follow sports. You have to watch a tremendous amount of games and be invested and know all the players and know the ins and outs of the leagues and everything. And I used to do it. I actually, for a couple years, 2, 3 years there, I was actually very into the NFL and I liked it. That was like the mid 2000s era when you had uh the uh the brothers who were quarterbacks on different teams. One of them was the quarterback. Oh, Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. When one was the quarterback of the Colts and one was the quarterback of the Giants. Like I followed it then for a couple of years. I actually really enjoyed following it, but I haven't followed it in very, very long. So yeah, I just don't have time. Thank you there. By the way, Adam had either re-upped or upped their membership earlier. So Adam actually has a membership here today that I want to count. So thank you, Adam, for that. And Sarah just popped her 2-year celebratory message on YouTube for being a 2-year member. The best 2 years of my life. I love our community. Thank you, Sarah. All right. All right. All right. Please stop spamming the kick chat. I understand you guys are trying to meme, but please don't spam the entire chat so people can actually talk. All right. Please calm down. I don't want to moderate. I don't. I just want to chill and relax with you guys today. Okay. All right. Mm. Okay. So, mm, in regards to upcoming rewards, all right. In regards to upcoming rewards, we got to figure out what we want to do because yesterday I came up with a new idea instead of just doing DSP tries it food constantly, and everyone shot down the idea and said it was terrible. All right. But then when I asked, what's an alternative? No one came up with anything viable whatsoever. It was all stuff that we've already been through that we know we can't do. Go to another room of your house and vlog. No. Go cook in your kitchen. No. Do IRL content. No. Do fan online lobbies. No. These are all things we've already discussed. You know why we can't do them. I'm not going to risk things because you want me to basically do stuff that's irresponsible. All right? It is. If I do a viewer lobby, the trolls will just come and ruin it for everyone and make it just a waste of everybody's time, and it will disappoint the true fans and viewers. If I show shit in my house, these morons will try to do things to hurt me and my family by trying to like mine data about the shit in my house and do messed up stuff. We've already talked about this a million times. That's why I'm not going to waste my time on it. All right. Now, I would like to either have valid suggestions on things that can be done in this office. Like, for example, one week we did a Lego night. That was perfect. But now Lego night, we're already doing them. In fact, I'm actually planning on bringing back Lego night next week. I would like to start building the Piranha Plant Lego that we have that's been sitting over there for many weeks. I think it would be cool to bring it back next week and start doing chill nights of that again. All right. So the question is, what should we do for these nights or for these rewards? Excuse me. So here's the thing: if no one comes up with a good idea, told you my idea, no one liked it, then we're just gonna keep doing the food. Because the truth is, it's not like we're slowing down on support because we've been doing DSP tries it. It's quite the opposite. This year has been one of the most supportive years I've ever had, and we're only in April. So why on earth would I stop doing what's working because we have a vocal minority of people who scream that it doesn't work? In fact, I would almost suggest the people who complain about it are people who don't want me to succeed, but that's why they scream like that, to make me think that what I'm doing is wrong and I'll change, and then people don't like the change. I'm just saying that seems to happen quite a lot these days. These LARPers who come in and pretend to be fans and viewers, but they're literally just suggesting things that are worse for me. Okay? So, I would like to hear some suggestions, but in the meantime, since DSP tries it is working, all right, what should we do for the next DSP tries it? Because we're already a goal in. We're about to hit another goal on this stream, and I like to have the rewards lined up so we all know what we're working toward, as opposed to, oh, we figure it out at the last minute, okay? So, do we know of any new offerings from any food places right now that I could get for the next DSP tries it. If not, then what I'll have to do is what I do from time to time. I look at like local restaurants, I look at ethnic food from around here, and I try to see what I can get. That's basically like specific to where I live, as opposed to doing some kind of a specialty menu or new item from a chain restaurant. So, what do you guys think? A local food? I think some people like the local foods, but the thing is, they don't always do as well. When I do something local, usually, unless it's something crazy, like for example, Katsu Burger did really well because that was just wild, giant burgers that really were good for the camera, and everyone enjoyed how that looked and everything. It was unique. But it was like, for example, I did Venezuelan food, and people didn't really care for that, right? Greek food we could do, but we've already done it. Um, Here, let me take a look at various different things. So Burger King has nothing. Wendy's has a Cajun Crunch chicken sandwich. A little attitude meets a lot of sass. Add that to seasoned chicken, pepper jack cheese, crispy onions, pickles, lettuce, and spicy mustard. It's literally a chicken sandwich with the different topping. It's like I said, it has the onions with mustard and pickles and a spicy it looks like it would taste good, but it's not necessarily something so new or special. You know what I mean? They also have Frosty Swirls and Tangier Twist Lemonade. Want to get fancy Frosty fans? Meet Frosty Swirls, your favorite treat now with a twist. Strawberry brownie batter and caramel. Here's the problem with Frosties at Wendy's. You guys may not know this. So when I was growing up, okay, I used to go to Wendy's on the way back from my godparents' house. So my family would go to my godparents' house for like holidays and special events. And on the way back, there was always a Wendy's there. All right. And that Wendy's, we would always stop and get a Frosty on the way home. The Frosty back in the day, first of all, was only one flavor. There wasn't vanilla, chocolate. It was just Frosty. And the Frosty was malt flavored with a little bit of chocolate, but it was mostly tasting like malt. If you don't know what malt tastes like, I don't blame you. Almost nothing today tastes like malt anymore. It's like there's been some weird unspoken effort to like phase malt out of flavors of desserts. Almost nothing has. I think the only thing that has is like Whoppers or Maltesers. There's like the only thing that have malt flavor. Everything else is gone. But malt used to be very popular back in the day for flavoring for like ice cream and things like that. So the Wendy's Frosty used to taste like malt, and it would actually be like a brownish color, so similar to chocolate. But let me tell you something. The Frosty was so dense and so cold. You would take your spoon and try to stick it in. Your spoon would get stuck hard in there. And then when you actually scooped it out, you would actually see ice crystals in the Frosty. All right? So whatever it was they were doing back then, it's drastically different from what they do today. When you get a Frosty today, it's just vanilla soft serve ice cream, and it's not good. It actually melts instantaneously. My wife and I have tried to order Frosties from a Wendy's that's 1 block away. It takes 5 minutes to get here, and when it comes, it's already half liquid. So unless you're going to eat that Frosty instantly, sadly, these Frosty Swirls probably would not be good. I would like to try one. For example, they've never had strawberry before, but I bet it would taste terrible because it would just be like a melted, liquid rather than a good shake. So, all right, so Wendy's has 3 items: Cajun Crunch chicken sandwich, tangerine twist lemonade, and these new Frosties. So Wendy's is definitely a candidate because they have something new, okay? Continuing on, what else do we got? Let's see here. Jack in the Box hasn't had anything new in like years. You know what they're doing right now? Nashville hot popcorn chicken. Screw that. Taco Bell has toasted cheddar street chalupas. All it is a chalupa where they put cheese on the outside of the chalupa shell. And then it's just their regular chicken, some kind of a sauce. It doesn't look good. I mean, it's something new, but it's not really. Okay, so Meta Friend says Wendy's Frosty is now made from condensed milk, whipped topping, and chocolate milk. What the fuck? No wonder it's terrible, right? No wonder it's so bad. Oh man, that sounds awful. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep going. So we have both Wendy's and Taco Bell can be something. Jersey Mike's has nothing right now. Nope. Um, see here. What else? What other places have we gotten from? We just got two kinds of pizza. We just got Papa John's and Little Caesars. So I don't think I would want to do that. Olive Garden, are you insane? Do you want me to die? Olive Garden's awful, man. No, there's no Long John Silver's near me. Someone said Long John Silver's, but there's none near me at all. It would be way too far away. So right now, I would say number one pick would be Wendy's because that's been, that has 3 new items I can try. Taco Bell has 1 new item, but let's see what else you guys come up with over the course of this week. Okay? All right. Oh, let's see here. Mozzie, 17 months as a supporter and a member, says, working my way to 2 years. Thank you, Mozzie, for your ongoing support. I really appreciate you there. That is true. NJZ says, weren't you going to do Panda Express at one point, but you never got around to it? Yeah. Because at one point they were doing that new, I guess, firecracker steak and shrimp is one thing that they were doing. That's, I guess, newer. I like to say Chinese-inspired, American-made, but then they have the gall to say it's gourmet Chinese food. No, it's not. Fuck this. The online thing is terrible for Panda Express. We could do Panda Express whenever. Okay? All right. All right. So we have a couple ideas at least, right? I would say the Wendy's could work. The Taco Bell, which we haven't done in a while, could work. But we'll continue to talk about this over the course of the next week, all right, and try to figure that out. Got more shout outs to do. Then I'd like to talk about the 50 milestone reward, okay? All right. I received a $2.50 tip. This will be our biggest tip of the day. From Tig Old Biddies. It's cool you do food reviews. I'm curious, how are you balancing it with your gout diagnosis? First of all, I don't have a gout diagnosis. You get a diagnosis when you first learn that you have something. I was diagnosed with gout 10 years ago. For you to say it like that is idiotic. So stop saying stupid shit like that. That's number one. Number two, I haven't had a gout flare up. No exaggeration. I haven't had a gout flare up in something like 3 or 4 years. And even when I had it, it was so minor, it was gone within half a day. Why? Because I'm not doing the things that would cause me to have a gout flare up. I'm not constantly eating red meat or shellfish. I'm not constantly drinking, which exacerbates it when you have it. I'm not doing the things that cause it. So why would I have a flare up? I will still have a chance of having a big flare up of gout for the rest of my life. So if I have a week where within 1 week, one day I have steak, one day I have burgers, one day I have shrimp, one day I have lobster, and then at the end of the week, I decide that I'm going to have ribs, I'll probably have the worst gout flare up of my life. But it's not something that actively affects me day to day. It's only if I do those bad things over and over and over that I really get affected. And in fact, that's how I found out about it, is because I wasn't taking care of myself a decade ago. I was eating unhealthy. I was doing the wrong things. That particular week that I had my very first ever gout flare up and I learned that I had it, I had had steak one day. I had had burgers one day. And then for my birthday, I went to a tropical restaurant and I had a ginormous appetizer of fried shrimp. And then I had some kind of like seafood for dinner as well. So within like 3, 4 days, I just kept eating that stuff that I had no clue I wasn't supposed to eat. And if I remember correctly, I had drinks too, because it was my birthday. So I had drinks too. So it was everything bad at once. And that's when, boom, it happened. And that was exactly 10 years ago, right now, actually. Yeah, because it was on my birthday, 2015. So 10 years ago is when I first had that diagnosis. And since then, I've done my best to change my lifestyle and it's worked. Now I just doesn't affect me anymore because I don't constantly do like in 1 week's time to give you some perspective here. Okay. In 1 week's time, what did I eat? Well, let's see. We had a chicken Caesar salad one day. Okay. Then, yes, I ordered the Popeyes. So we had that. But this week we're having turkey sloppy joes. We're going to have some pasta with marinara sauce. Nothing there. Oh, and what did I have the other day when we ate out? I told you guys, but now I've completely forgotten. Oh, dim sum. We had dim sum. And yes, the dim sum did have some pork and some shrimp. So there you go. In the entire week that I've eaten, out of all the days that I ate, only one day did I actually have stuff that would be considered me being at risk for gout. So that's why it doesn't affect me anymore. Literally every meal that we have as a home cooked meal, we end up doing either turkey or chicken every single time because that way we stay away from the stuff that's bad for me. And by the way, I've told you guys this because a lot of people don't get it. They'll be like, oh my God, how could you eat turkey and chicken every meal? Don't you ever get tired? Here's the God's honest truth. I swear I'm not trying to sugarcoat this or make it sound better than it is. When you stop doing something in your lifestyle habits, you actually stop desiring it. Like there was a time in my life that I craved steak, I craved burgers, I craved red meat, like beef, all the time. I literally don't crave beef anymore. I don't. Like actually, if you were to ask me right now, would you prefer to have a big club sandwich with turkey, lettuce, tomato, mayo, stuff like that? Or would you prefer to have a burger? I would actually say I like the turkey sandwich. I'm serious. A well-seasoned chicken, I crave more than beef. I just don't desire beef anymore. It's actually gone away. I go to restaurants all the time. They have steak. I never get a steak. I don't want it. I'd much rather have something else. I don't know. Like I said, when I took it out of my routine of what I do normally, the desire went away. And so the temptation's not there. And now I don't really have to worry about it anymore, which is great, by the way, for the record. Okay. Someone tipped $1, says, what about a trip where people fund a trip to the movies so you can see the Minecraft movie? I don't want to go to the movie. I have absolutely no desire to go to the movies. I don't want to go to the theater with all those people that are going to be screaming and acting like idiots. I don't want to sit there. I'd rather just get it at home once it's on demand. So appreciate the idea, but I don't want to go to the movies. Okay. Someone tipped $1. Listen to this. You should get a curl bar, and every time someone tips you a certain amount, you do a curl. Well, what about just get 2 dumbbells, 2 free weight dumbbells? And then let's say, okay, for every I don't know, every $2 tip or super chat, I'll flag, Oh, so if I do 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you owe me 20 bucks. No, I don't think we're gonna do that. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is actually a good suggestion. I will I will agree. This person says they tipped a buck. They said you should try something from Wingstop. Wingstop has crazy stuff like atomic wings. I've never got Wingstop ever. Hold on a second here. I've never had Wingstop in my life. I wonder if they'd be any good. Hot honey rub box, 3 crispy tenders and fries tossed in a bold sweet heat and a dip. Yeah, I don't know what they have. I'd have to look into that. Wingstop? What do you guys think about Wingstop? You know what, though? We just did. Yeah, we can't do that this week. We just did Popeyes. I'm thinking in my head, we just did Popeyes and wings. That might be a good idea for the future since I never had Wingstop ever. I literally, it would be a first time tasting. So, how about, and we have Wingstop locally, but we just did Popeyes. We don't want to do 2 chickens back to back. So, how about this? This week coming up, we do a different thing, and then maybe Wingstop is for 40 goals hit. And then at 50, we're already to our next marathon milestone, so we don't have to worry about food. I know, guys, my hair's sticking up again. I can't get it to be under control again today. It's ridiculous. I believe we do have haircuts coming up at some point, but not soon. So I got to get my haircut to try to trim this and even it out because as you can see, it's not. It's all screwed up. Stupid big. Like I said, my hair grows out for some reason on this spot on the back of my head more than the rest of my head. It's very annoying. All right. Anyway, all right, so yeah, I would say Wingstop is actually legit a good suggestion. I've never had Wingstop before, and that would be something to try a first time taste test, but not this week because we just did Popeyes. So how about let's save that idea for maybe 40 or 60 goals hit? That's a good one though. Thank you for that. Um, Someone tipped a dollar tip, and I don't know what they're trying to say, but they are saying try Panda Express. So thanks for the $2 tip. Maybe we'll do Panda Express eventually. I don't know. I'm not really in the mood to do Panda Express. Let's see here. If you want to get unbanned from chat, you have to email me with your channel information, and I have to do it manually. I can't unban you on the fly on YouTube. It's not possible. I need to know your actual address on YouTube. So, for example, I'm at DSPGaming or at DSP Reacts. You have to tell me your address, and I can unban you that way. Big Boss did a $2 super chat and says DSP tries the Dino ribs. They're beef ribs, not pork. Dino ribs? What's that? Let me look it up in a second. Hold on. Let me get Big Boss on the leaderboard. One sec. Let me look for this dino rib. What are dino ribs? Dino ribs are exactly what they sound like. Massive cuts of beef short rib that resemble something you'd expect coming from a dinosaur. There's no one that has these. I see recipes for them, but there's no one that sells them. Yeah. What dino ribs appear to be is if you have like a local barbecue restaurant, they may serve dino ribs as an entree. But from what I'm seeing, they are pretty insane. The cheapest ones I see are 34 bucks. They range all the way up to over $100. Damn. So what it is, it's an insane amount of beef. It's a crazy giant cut of beef ribs and I see what you're saying. Something like that. See, that is something that would probably be bad. If I did something like that, now I am putting myself at risk for a flare up and likely I wouldn't be able to eat anything, red meat or shellfish or anything for like the whole week. Seriously. So I don't know if I would want to do that. I should eat dino ribs while dressed as Fred Flintstone. Where do you guys get these ideas from? Is this cosplay hour or something? Not Halloween. Anyway, Spawn Killer, 47 months as a super supporter, says, why don't you try Chipotle? Did we ever do Chipotle? Because I've eaten Chipotle before. Let me check here. I don't know if we ever did that. When I moved from Connecticut to Washington in 2014, June 28th, 2014, I had Chipotle for the first time. It wasn't DSP Tries It. I did it as a moving vlog, and I did have it then. Back then, videos like that, I'm not kidding you, got over 10,000 views. This video has over 10,000 views on YouTube, okay? But outside of that, no, I never did it. I've done the Chipotle Whopper at Burger King. I've done other things, but I have never done actual Chipotle. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Maybe we would do Chipotle at some point. I don't know. Chipotle Mexican Grill. I know they have bowls. They have wraps. They have quite a few different things, right? All right, but that's a possibility. All right, fair enough. Thank you. These are actually good suggestions for DSP Tries It because, when you do so many episodes, you tend to forget what you've already done. And I would have sworn I did Chipotle, and I never have. So thank you for that suggestion. That's a good one. Thanks, Spawn Killer. So right now, Wendy's has 3 new menu items. Taco Bell has 1 new menu item. Wingstop, I would like to do, but just not this coming one because we just did Popeyes. And there's Chipotle. We could do anything. All right. Cool. Continuing on. Some more shout outs to do. Good Lord. Yeah, thank you guys for the early support today. Willy Bawonka says, I got banned from Kick. Please tell your mods to be more lenient because sometimes we don't know where the line is. Willy Bawonka? Hold on. I unbanned you, but I'm curious what you got banned for. I wonder. See, on Kick, I can actually unban right away, but I can't unban on YouTube. Excuse me. Mrs. Jockstrap tipped $1.11 and says, for the reward, you should react to all Skibbity Toilet episodes. Well, I could do that, but here's the thing. All right, here's the deal, and I'm serious about this too. I would react to all Skibbity Toilet episodes. Think about this. For $5 million. All right, if someone supplied $5 million, I would sit here and literally do a marathon of watching Skibbity Toilet episodes from start to finish. Now, you might say, well, why would you need $5 million to react to Skibbity Toilet? Well, it's a very simple concept. If I do that, I'm going to die. You understand? If I actually watch content that's that mind-numbingly stupid, it will actually melt my brain cells, and you'll actually see my brain start to leak out of my ears as we're watching. And by the time that we're done, I will be a vegetable. So therefore, I won't be able to work and earn for my family anymore. So I need to make enough money watching the Skibbity Toilet Marathon that I can at least have money to provide for my family for the rest of their life. My wife, my cat Jasper, got to pay off the house. You know what I'm saying? So 5 million's a good amount. From now till the end of my wife's life, I want to provide for her. So there you go. All right. Anyway, let's continue. I got a $5 tip. There is a 15-minute Mario Kart World Direct that will be tomorrow. Will you cover it for the podcast? Sure, why not? It's going to be in the morning because all the directs are in the morning, right? I don't see why not. Maybe that's what we'll be doing for the show. We'll be watching that back and reacting to it. I would love to learn about Mario Kart World, except chances are I'm not playing it because it looks like there's going to be no way that anyone can actually get like a Switch 2 without like scalping and shit. So because of that, I'm probably not going to get it. It sucks. I really want to get it at launch and play it for you guys in early June, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I guess we'll have to see. But I'll definitely cover it tomorrow. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for that. Probably watch it live. Thank you. That's the biggest tip of the day. We're now at $148 of support. Only $2 away from hitting the goal and continuing the streak. What's going on, Game Boy? How are you this morning? Good to see you. I've touched my hair 31 times this stream. Nope, 32, 33, 34. And I'll keep touching it because I like to. I'll do what I want. And you'll like it too. Okay. All right. So the one final thing I'd like to talk about. We already got some great ideas for DSP Tries It next week. Thanks. I like all those ideas and we'll figure this out now. What do we want to do for the 50 goal reward? Every 50 goals, we do a special marathon. Now, we just did a birthday marathon. All right. We're currently at 21 goals hit. Likely it's going to take maybe another 2-3 weeks for us to hit this one, which is perfect. It means it'll probably be like early May. Okay. So what kind of marathon should we do? Ideas we've already had. Idea number 1, continue the Mega Man marathon that I did back in January and play Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, of course, while inebriated, which is going to make it ever the more challenging. But it was a really fun event that I did back in January that I do want to continue at some point this year. That's idea number 1. Idea number 2, Viewers' Choice returns. If you remember back in February, we had an event where you guys nominated and voted for games. We played a whole bunch of variety of games during the marathon. And then at the end of the marathon, we figured out which games we wanted to continue. And one of them ended up being a very awesome Onimusha HD playthrough. Okay. Now, because I liked it so much, we're going to be playing the Onimusha 2 remake and the new Onimusha game next year. So that's what I mean. I love Viewers' Choice because every time we do it, something really positive comes out of it. Like every time. Okay. The third idea that we had was Closet Clean Out 2025, where I go into my closet for the day and we basically hang out and have a chill stream where I take stuff out of the closet and figure out, is this something I want to keep? Is this something I want to throw out? Get a big garbage bag here, start loading it up with stuff I'm throwing out. Now, I did a closet clean out in 2022. During that closet clean out, we found a ginormous amount of crap in there to get rid of. And then I organized the closet so that we could have all the vests, hats, and everything hung and organized nicely. And this worked well, except 2 things happened. Number 1, I phased out the vests and the hats. We don't wear them anymore, so they don't really need to be in there anymore. And number 2, I redid my whole setup. And as you know, when I did, man, I bought so much new equipment and all that. So a lot of the old equipment just got thrown willy-nilly into the closet. A lot of the decorations for the set got just thrown into the closet. I've got boxes, I've got wires, I've got devices, I've got all kinds of shit that are insanely messy. All right. So what we can do is clean this out a second time, throw stuff out, figure out what I want to keep. And the second half of this event idea, we can retire the vests and hats because I don't wear them anymore. So what we could do, for example, when $50 of support gets hit, you guys pick a hat and I put it on, and that's the last time for that hat. And then when we hit $100 of support, you pick a vest and I put the vest on. When we hit $150 of support, we do a hat swap where the hat goes off, we pick another one, another different one goes on. And we do that all day. All right. So we could have 10 hats, 10 vests or more worn during the course of the marathon until the very end when we do the final ones. And then every time that we go through one, it gets retired and I put it away in storage. I'll get like a big storage bin and I'll put the vests and hats and things into storage. So that way I'll have more room in my closet for stuff. It won't be half taken up by hats and vests I don't wear anymore, but also I'll get to clean out the closet and we'll just have a big day-long hangout session. Now, of course, it'll also include food and all of that, like we usually do for a marathon. So that'll be a very different kind of marathon because it won't be gaming. You know, the Mega Man marathon would be gaming. Obviously, the viewer's choice would be gaming. That marathon would not be gaming. That would be a completely different style of marathon. All right. So that's up to you. All right. So those are the 3 ideas that we currently have for an upcoming marathon event. If you have a different idea or something else you'd like to do, I'd like to hear the idea. So please share. But out of those, do those sound good? Do you think you would like to specifically have one of those? Or do you have something better? Because that we need to definitely figure this out now. Let's figure it out now so we can start hyping it up over the next couple of weeks rather than waiting till the last minute and trying to panic rush it. Okay? Cool. All right. More shout outs. Someone tipped $1 asking about having kids. What my wife and I decide to do with our personal lives and private lives is our business, not yours. I might very well have children right now and you just don't know it. You might think that that screech that you heard is a bird. I told you it was a neighbor. Maybe it's one of my 7 kids. You don't even know, nor would you ever know because I would never tell you. And I received $1.47 tip. For the closet clean out, will I finally come out? Oh, I already did come out of the closet many years ago. Remember, I went in there to clean it up and I came out. I even recorded it and I danced. That's one of the animations we have for tips. There you go. And I received a $5 super chat from Most Tasteless. That is our biggest super chat of the day. So let's get Most Tasteless up on the leaderboard. It's actually $4.99. And with that, folks, it is official. We have not even booted Adam Fall yet. And ladies and gentlemen, we hit the goal here on DSP Gaming again. Thank you for supporting my content. Thank you for filling the coffers, for paying the king's tax, for allowing me to do what I love for a living. Chilling with podcasting, hanging out with cool hangout sessions, building Legos, talking wrestling, playing games, reviewing games, covering news, all the stuff that is meaningful and fun. Thank you so very much for allowing me to be successful and very, very, grateful and happy for this level of support that I've been getting in 2025. And it's been absolutely amazing. And I hope you guys understand that. It has been, okay? Thank you guys. Okay, we've done it. So this is a rare case where since we still have several hours on this stream, we could possibly actually hit a second goal. I'm not saying we will. I'm happy with what we just hit, but maybe we will. So thank you guys so much for the support. Really, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we've covered all the topics I needed to cover today. We have some good ideas for DSP Tries It coming up. That new Wendy's menu that just launched, that new thing from Taco Bell, Chipotle, and in the future Wingstop. So that's great. And we have some good ideas for the 50 marathon. We just need to lock it in. I'd love to hear your ideas. What do you think about the Mega Man Marathon Part 2? What do you think about Viewer's Choice? What do you think about Closet Clean Out 2025 and the retiring of the vests and hats? Are those good ideas or not? If not, what's better? All right, so let's start working towards that. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for your support on today's show. And now, since we have a little bit of extra time, I'd like to hear what you want to talk about. Tag me in chat. We'll do a little bit of Q&A, and we'll go from there. Okay? So let's see what you guys want to talk about. Tag me in the chat. And am I planning to pick up a Switch 2 Pro controller? To my knowledge, the Switch 2 Pro controller isn't that much different from the standard Switch Pro controller, right? It's going to have the same kind of controls and everything. So unless it's confirmed that the D-pad on the Switch Pro controller is good, I'm probably not going to buy it because I want a good D-pad for Switch 2. And there is like the D-pad. I'm sure the fucking default controller will suck ass just like it did on Switch 1. So, I don't know. Do a dance game review. I can't do any motion control stuff. I don't have enough room in my office to really do it. Review $1, $10, and $100 versions of a same item to compare their quality and cost. Firefighter suggests over on Kick. Well, what kind of item are you suggesting? What kind of an item can you get $1, $10, and $100 versions of exactly? I'm not sure. What do you have any idea, suggestion? I'm not sure what you mean. Let's see here. Do I drink soda? I do not. No, I do not drink soda. Very rarely. In fact, recently I even phased out the seltzers. I don't drink those anymore. I just drink filtered water every stream now, and I'm good. Abdullah says he's going to get the Switch 2 Pro controller and the camera. I love Nintendo so much. Hopefully, the Pro 2 controller is good. If it is, I'll recommend it to you. Well, thanks. I would love feedback. Initially, I don't know if I'll get it. I might just get whatever the stand. Actually, here's the truth. I don't know what I'm getting because if I can't pre-order the thing, then I'm not going to buy the accessories, right? So I got to see if we can pre-order it. And the rumor is it's either the 21st or the 30th that we can pre-order this thing. So the 21st would be what, Monday? Shout out to Feesbot. Just redeemed one of the highlighted chat messages over on Kick and says, feeling generous today. Enjoy the points, King. You don't have to pretend like you're giving me something. That's the King's favor. If you do a highlighted message on Kick, you've already earned my favor. So thank you for watching. Loyal viewer, Feesbot. I appreciate that. Actually, that blue message looks pretty good. I think the blue message stands out because nothing else is really blue. Like someone did I think like a orange or green one earlier, and it looked kind of regular. The blue one actually stands out more, I think. I do like that one better. Also, I wonder if it looks better on the white layout because I'm using the dark layout on Kick. I wonder if it looks better on the white background, but I'm using the dark layout. The blog says keep an eye out for your Nintendo pre-order. I still think you'll qualify. If that's the case, I'll get it on May 8th, but I don't know if I will or not. Have I thought about donating my hats and vests to Goodwill? Well, the thing is, we might still bring them back. There may be a time when we bring them back for fun. Wouldn't it be fun if every once in a while, like maybe once a year, we do a marathon where it's the hat and vest a thon, where when we hit certain goals of support, I put on a hat and a vest just to be silly for that stream. I think that would be fun. We could do it just only occasionally. Okay. I know it is. Why did I phase out the seltzer water? To be honest, it wasn't actually anything I thought about or was intentional. Usually I would get them every week. And then one week, no lie, I just forgot, which is hilarious. It's on my shopping list and everything, and it just slipped my mind. I didn't buy them. So that whole week, all I did was I got this water. This is the filtered water I have out of my pure pitcher in my fridge, right? So I had it, and I was like, all week, I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's perfectly fine. This is a really good thermos that I use. It keeps the water cold. Okay. I don't think I need the flavors. The reason that I was doing the seltzer water is because I didn't want the flavor of the plain water. I thought it was too plain. It was boring me. But I think it's fine now. I'm drinking. I'm like, and the thing is with the seltzer water, number one, it's full of carbonation, so it makes me gassy. It makes me burp a lot. And number two, it has, what is it, aspartame or whatever in it. And to be honest, not that that's horrible for you, but it's still something you're putting into your body that you don't need. So I was like, you know what? No big deal. I just won't drink it anymore. So it's just one less thing to buy and lug around. I mean, they're heavy bottles and shit that I'm buying when I'm at the grocery store. So I'll just drink this water. It's fine. This is better for me anyway. So, okay. Could Warhammer be a reward like Lego streams? Now, Banana Jose, when you say that, I don't really know what Warhammer entails unless you're talking about the little miniatures that you buy and paint. I don't think I could paint anything in this office. You know what I mean? Like, this office is full of electronics. I don't want to get paint and fumes and shit in here. It's a very confined area as it is. Probably, very basic stuff like the Lego thing isn't messy, right? Eating a little bit of fast food, as long as I'm careful, isn't messy. But I don't want to sit here, doing a model. Like someone said, would you build a model? No. I mean, to build a model, what am I going to glue it together here? I mean, I very well could, glue it together here. It's, probably not. Like, how viable is that for my setup? Probably not very viable, right? Okay. Let's see here. I received a $2 tip. I'm sorry to hear that. Someone says, thanks for making me feel good with your stream. Sadly, recently I've come to grips with my own parents' mortality. I know that your parents are up there in age like mine. My father recently had his first I've fallen and I can't get up moment. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? It's sad when your parents get older and they're just not like they used to. Like, no exaggeration, it sucks. I haven't seen my parents since 2019. The idea was I moved out here in 2014, and my parents were going to visit once a year or maybe once every other year. Okay. That was the whole point. Because I told them outright, I said, I want you guys to understand something. I don't want to go back to Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really there. There's a zoo and there's Italian food, and that's it. Like, if they come here, there's stuff to do, right? When you come to Seattle, there's all kinds of fun things. There's restaurants, there's all kinds of tourism, there's things to do here. For me to visit them in Connecticut, there's fucking nothing going on. It's boring, okay? And it's expensive too. So that was the idea, is that they were going to come visit me maybe every year, every other year. You know what I'm saying? And then what ended up happening was basically they visited that first year for Christmas, and then they visited in the summer of 2016, and then everything fell apart. My aunt got ill, and so my parents had to basically be taking care of her constantly. She eventually passed away. Then their health both turned for the worse, to the point where they can't travel. They basically are kind of like, not that they're completely homebound, but they can't really do much. They can't, outright told me, there's no way we could fly out there, you know what I mean, to spend time with you. We just can't. So, you know, it's life. And I was like, damn, the whole plan fell apart from the get-go. We were planning on this, just within 2 years, the whole thing stopped. So, you know, sucks. What can you do? Right? But I hear you. And it's not just them too. I have other relatives and other friends and things that I hear about all the time. It's like, damn, this person passed away. Passed away? That's insane. They were, young, they were vibrant, they were healthy. How did this person pass away out of nowhere? The older you get, the more this stuff hits you. And the more it hits you, the more you realize what's actually important in life. And that's when you mature up and you stop being an asshole. At least for me, that's exactly what happened. Like, I outright admit, when I was younger, I was an immature asshole. I was a troll. I was a jerk. I said and did irresponsible things. I didn't really give a fuck. And then as I got older and I realized I have limited time on this planet and I have limited time to spend with people on this planet, and there's people who are very near and dear to me who I may not be able to see or do stuff with much longer, things hit me like a ton of bricks. I think it's time to change my life. It's time to change who I am as a person, as a creator. It's time to, do things better for myself, for my family, and to basically not be an irresponsible douchebag only out for myself for the rest of my life. And a lot of people, I think, will come to that realization when they hit a certain age. For me, it was like the last 7 years of my life that basically this has happened. I was like, oh shit. But for a lot of people, it's just different things that happen, right? Different things that hit them or whatever. But I also feel like that's why a lot of people on the internet don't have that level of self-awareness or that level of maturity, because they're just not in that situation right now. Maybe if they were, all of a sudden their attitudes would change. But for me, I literally could not be someone who would be okay making a living being a disgusting, nasty person to people all day, every day. Like, I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want I could never live with constant drama, internet bullying. I couldn't do it. I every once in a while you want to joke around or whatever, but for me to to do that seriously, it actually would hurt me inside knowing, what I know about the human condition. So, and call me different than others, I guess that's fine, but, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, but I hear you. As we all get up in age, you see these things change around you. My God, this person is old and sick and passing away. What? Can't believe it. And then you realize, wait a minute, I'm 43 years old. Holy fuck. Right? Well, now that the entire mood of the stream has been completely ruined, let's talk about something else. Look, someone else tagged me in the chat. Quick, let's change the subject quickly, very quickly. What's the next subject for today? Am I gonna play Elder Scrolls next week? If it's on Game Pass, I might play it for like a stream to see what this new version is, if it really does come out next week. But I'm not gonna do a playthrough of it. I just played it 2 years ago. I'm not gonna play the game again within 2 years. That would be very silly. Okay. I could play janky retro games. I mean, I could, but you'd guys have to recommend janky retro games, and I have to figure out how to get them. I don't know how I would do that. More LARPers. Yes, I did see the Doom Dark Ages limited edition accessories. Actually, at first I was like, oh, maybe it would be cool. Maybe I'll get one. And then I looked at them and I was like, oh, they have this hideous symbol on them. It's like this weird, stupid, demonic symbol written in red. It looks terrible. The controller themselves look good, like the design, but I hate the symbol. So I was like, I'm not buying that. Because the truth is, everyone says the Elite 2 controller wears out. And I've already had this since last summer. It very well could be around summertime. It's going to die, and I need another one. So I was thinking maybe I would get this one. And then I looked at it like, what is that symbol? I'm being told it's the Slayer icon. It's hideous. It doesn't look good at all. So no, I don't want that. I've already played Firewatch Dungeon Keeper's Mistress. It's a great game. I really enjoyed it back in the day when I played it, when it was pretty much brand new. I really liked it. Excuse me. I got another $2 tip. Oh my God. All right. Thanks, $2 tipper. I don't care. I'm serious. I don't give a fuck. Okay. If you're going to send me a contribution and be like, so I just want to pull something out of left field that we're not talking about right now, but it's something that you said on a stream the other day, and I just want to let you know that you were completely wrong and I want to correct you publicly. I don't care. Thanks for the $2. Okay. What's up, X Shooter? How are you today? Good to see you. Yes, I'm muted. Correct. I'm muted on my own stream. Ethan Ralph did Mexican Burger King. Is Mexican Burger King any different than American Burger King? Like, I do realize that certain places, like I know McDonald's has regional menus. Is Mexican Burger King, do they have anything different or special? I wonder. Probably not. They're probably exactly the same. It has deadly bacteria in it. Oh, come on. They sell tacos, do they? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Whoa. Hold on a second. You're already in Mexico. You're in the home of authentic tacos. Like, you could probably walk down the street and get a taco al pastor from a fresh thing where they're making it on that thing, that big turning spigot or whatever it's called, and they're cutting the meat off fresh, and they put it right into your taco for you with fresh slaw and everything. Why the fuck would you go buy a taco from Burger King in Mexico? That's like the last place you would want to buy a taco would be the Burger King in Mexico. You could just go get the real thing. That's hilarious. Chronos game? Sounds familiar, but I don't, it's not resonating. Chronos? Ugh. Okay. I think, let's end the show. We did everything I wanted to do today. We talked about the schedule. We covered the goals and topics. We have great ideas for the next DSP tries it, multiple ideas, and we'll discover. I would say if it was between Wendy's, Taco Bell, or Chipotle for the next one, I might want to do Wendy's because it's 3 new items. It's this new chicken sandwich, the Cajun Crunch chicken sandwich. There's the new lemonade, tangerine twist, and I can get one of these Frosties, the Frosty Swirls. So I would say maybe Wendy's next week. We haven't done it in a while either. The last time we did it was that shitty mushroom burger that sucked ass. So I think that's actually a good idea. And then after that, maybe, because after that would be 40, then we can either do Wingstop or Chipotle. And then at 50, we do our marathon, which we have to decide what it's going to be. And then we go from there. So there we go. We're lining it up. We're doing it. We're planning ahead. This is excellent. That's what I wanted. And now we're doing it. And that's a good progress right there. So thank you guys so much there. Willie asked, do I consider myself mentally untouchable on certain things? Why are you bringing up LTG? How dare you? I'm incredibly insulted. Do I look or act like him? Yes, I do. I'm just like him. I'm the white LTG. Everyone knows this. All right, guys, thank you so very much for an awesome episode of the Level 1 podcast. I hope that you enjoyed it. Tomorrow, if this is true, and we have this Mario Kart World Direct in the morning, we'll cover it. We'll watch it back together maybe, and I can give you my opinions on everything we're learning about it. That could be a good segment, and whatever else happens, obviously we'll see if we continue to hit our goals and go from there. Thank you all so very much. Great show today. I'll see you tomorrow morning for a week-ending Level 1 podcast. See you then.